Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to our little garden. Set out right now, outside of time, in a place where we can take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and go ahead and join one another as we just think about how we are going to craft the most beautiful day and how we are going to plant the seeds of the life that we really want to live. And I have to say, just a few seconds here with all of you, and I am so grateful because already it feels like it's easier to breathe. I was freezing again this morning, and it's taken me hours longer than I thought it would. And we'll come and pet the plants and take care of them while I tell you guys about this. But it has actually taken me hours longer than I thought it would to be able to return to our little adventures here. And yes, returning to these adventures, you may notice there are quite a few new hybrid plants scattered here and there. I wanted to go ahead and see if we could find some more of the seed hybrid varieties. So I put down some dirt pots and I put down some of the water plants. And yes, we do have some beautiful, beautiful new plants to admire in just a moment here. Oh, this is already so much better. It's already so much better. I was feeling pretty frozen, and I was feeling like I don't know if I can record. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go ahead and tell the stories the way they need to. Do I have the right energy? And then I told myself, all right, let's just start. Let's just step into this lovely little garden world. And let's just spend a few minutes taking care of the flowers and talking together. And let's see if it really is as big and scary as it feels in my imagination to actually come in and walk between all of these growing buds, staring out at the stars and thinking about all of the infinity of adventures that lie within each of our lives. And thinking about sharing this moment with all of you. See, now that we're here, I'm like, of course that isn't scary. Of course it's wonderful and fun, but I guess I just care so much and so deeply that it's scary sometimes to try to be Seri because I want to do it right. You know, as soon as I said that, and we'll tend to the other plants while we go ahead and talk, since clearly they definitely need it. But you know what? As soon as I said, I want to do it right with being Seri, oh, that made me laugh. How would I ever look at any of you in the eye and say, you need to be yourself more correctly? No, that just wouldn't happen. I think maybe that's one of the things that's actually been holding me back and making it difficult to move forward. To create stories, to feel like I'm moving forward in almost any arena of my life, to feel like I really know who I am and make traction. Is I guess I had this old version of myself in my head. Or actually not even an old version. I guess I just had this status frozen version of myself in my head and my heart. And I was thinking about her and trying to return to being her. Like nothing has happened in my life. And I don't want to dwell, and I won't dwell, on personal family tragedies or the struggles for forever. But I wonder if that's sometimes where we get stuck, where we feel like we can't accomplish the thing that once upon a time was so easy, or the thing we really care about. We're holding the current version of ourselves up to the old one, and it doesn't fit right, so we think that there must be something lacking about who we are right now. When actually it's just that the world is a little different, and we're a little different. And it's not like you're trying to fit into like a suit of pants. Being yourself is a lot more natural than that, let's just say. But alright. Wow. Here we are. Already several minutes into spending time together. And I feel a lot gentler. A lot softer. And a lot more like I can take down the expectations of whatever I expected of myself to be right now, right here with all of you. And just go ahead and discover who I am along the way. I hope all of you guys can have that too. It's amazing how much, especially when we love something, we can hold ourselves back because we're waiting and waiting and waiting for the person we want to be, the expectation of who we want to become to materialize. And I think when we get so focused on just that, we might really lose sight of some of the other very special moments. The ones that are just happening right now, all around us, right? We might be looking so hard at like a template version or like a frozen photo of ourselves. We won't look in the mirror and see what it's like to just be here right now. All right. So here I am right now, and I have a lot to show you guys here, actually. Oh, do we have some little bugs hiding down here? We sure do. I didn't notice, but they actually make the cutest, saddest little noise when you chase them away. I like to imagine that they're just, you know, buzzing off and they'll be back. Let's see, is it this one? It's this one. Oh, they make a desperate little cry that I don't know you guys can hear or not, but it's absolutely adorable. And today, friends, well, I have actually gotten started quite a long time ago. I've been spending time with my beloved husband Chips on our morning walk. We're trying, since we both work from home, him getting his history PhD. Yes, it's been taking many years now, but he's been working oh so very hard, and I'm so, so proud of him. And me with, you know, being Seri. So because we are able to spend our days all day long together, we've been trying lately to start our mornings on a really good note, especially now that the weather is getting so nice. And here where we live in North Carolina, spring is arriving. So we've been going out every morning, taking Kaleidoscope, our wildlife camera, the gift he gave me for having reached 10,000 videos across 10 years of our adventures here. And we go see what we can find. And this morning it was quite fun because it had been raining, and so we were excited to see what all of the birds and the different animals were doing after the rain. And it was quite fun. They were actually spending a lot of time like in the trees and preening, and because the sky was overcast we couldn't really get a great picture of them. But then we saw a sharp-shinned hawk outlined against the gray sky. And my beloved husband was so excited because he wanted to see if he could get the hawk flying in slow motion on the camera. And he did! We're still working on making those details look as nice as we want. But that was such a beautiful moment. How could I have been so nervous to come here? How could I have been so trepidatious to go ahead and just be happy and tell stories when I've had such a great morning? Oh, this is the benefit of joy moments, I think. Being able to reflect on the things that make us happy and have made us happy, and realize, oh wow, yeah, if life has already been that great, of course the next moment will be too. So that's been our morning. He took pictures of a sharp-shinned hawk, and I spent a little bit of time admiring some baby squirrels who were digging around inside of the baseball field at the park. And then I fell in love with some magnolia blossoms that had raindrops on them. And I took pictures of them from what must have been like 30 minutes. Macro shots zooming in to try to get every little detail and every little outline of the beautiful flower petals. And then I noticed the flower petals had those lovely raindrops on them, right? Well, I had an idea. Our camera can take photos really fast, like 1/3000th or more of a second, depending on the settings that we put her at. So I thought, oh, how amazing would it be to watch water drops fly off of the magnolias, or actually I was waiting for them to drip off the magnolias, but that was taking forever. So I set the camera to be able to go ahead and take very high-speed pictures. I'll have to see if I can remember to go ahead and show you guys right now. And then I had my beloved husband Chips come over and smack the tree for me. Yeah, I kind of cheated. I had him come and I had him smack the tree so that the water drops would fly everywhere and I could try to catch them on the camera. And it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun. Wow. How could I have been nervous to come and to tell stories and spend time with all of you? And how could I have not believed in the joy that's going to unfold right in front of us when already we've had something so delightful just happen? All right, well, let's go ahead, and we do have a lot of new things right here in the garden that I want to take a look at. And then we'll wrap up today as usual with me telling you about the little things that I'm going to be getting up to over the next few hours. just like I said last time, I did actually spend a little bit of time, actually quite a lot of time, recording. I ended up making a zoo crafting video and I released it super, super late. Why? Because I wanted to see if I can follow through on that challenge of consistency that all of these plants have reminded me about. The way that you really need to show up if you want the things that you care about to grow and water them regularly. And I wanted to try to have a zoo crafting a day in March. And it might be harder than I thought because turns out Minecraft video files are huge and I forgot that, and they take forever to upload. So I released that one super late at night. Though to be fair, I did record it almost at 9 p.m. And I was really proud because it had a little bit of roleplay and it had some special details getting established for all sorts of fun stories we're going to be having there. But it did mean I made the bar for the next episode really high for myself because now I need to wrap up some little sneaky plots I'm trying to hint at by going ahead and I actually need to like do a little bit more roleplay and I have to put custom textures that our wonderful artist Alari helped me to create. And that's so intimidating. There's so many steps. And what if it looks silly? What if I get it wrong? Like, I'm just trying so hard to sincerely share like a fun idea I had. So why am I nervous? Yes, I put out my stories on the world stage, but who really cares about that? As far as I'm concerned, the whole point of sharing my stories is to exist for a little while in that moment of joy and the creating of them. And just try to give that sensation out to all of you. However you might need it, and whenever in time you might find it. Or who knows, maybe one day I'll go back and I will find myself in the past. Or at least an outline. So, that was what I was doing last night. And we'll talk more about what I'm going to be doing after we finish this. Once we investigate some of the fun little surprises that we have actually stumbled upon, like the new plants. Look at this, friends. Stairway to the Sun. Isn't this just such a gloriously huge plant? We definitely need to go ahead and maybe move it down. I feel like it simply does not have enough room. Being on the counter here, getting smacked up against this shelf. And now we have also grown more of the scarlet crowns, which if you guys recall, was actually one of the special research challenges for our little laboratory greenhouse to go ahead and tackle. I'm pretty proud about that one, to be honest. So we grew several of them. We have so many of the curious plants going ahead and growing to see if we can get even more hybrids, including the dripping forest, which is, I think, one of my all-time favorite plants we've ever grown here. Look at its wonderful kaleidoscope of colors, all of those rainbows, the rush of little ground cover, the way that the leaves are twirling together. You know what it really reminds me of? Our Slime Rancher adventures. And I've been meaning to get into those too because the saber-tooth slimes have been added. And I have a perfect joke that I have been carrying around in my head for quite some time now about how the saber-tooth slimes have teeth because they stole mine from my wisdom tooth extraction, where those two nutty teeth, well, one nutty tooth and its buddy, got taken out and took out my entire February with it. But that's not what I'm going to be working on right away. Also, we have our beautiful shiny ferns that look like they are holding little dewdrops made of crystal. That is so pretty. And we've mixed them in with quite a few other plants. I don't know if we've actually seen a fully grown green lumen before. Do we even have a green lumen elsewhere? Like, these are the questions that are really worth asking. And we went ahead and we added in the shiny fern with the princess hair as well. And I think we may have scored ourselves, hopefully, a lot of new seeds. Also, unfortunately, in the dirt category, the party animals did not actually hybridize with themselves, so we don't have anybody new for sand that I know of. And I don't think... Oh yeah, the red kit's actually done! So the red kit and green hut, and the green hut and purple-eyed petals, and the red kit and royal flowers I planted since last time I saw you guys, are done. And that tells me we might have a lot of new seeds to look at. And I actually have quite a bit I need to be doing, so... let's see what adventures we have. Ooh, a little calendar! The hex lights! Oh, I'm really excited to put those down. I feel like that's going to make it feel like even more of a really cool laboratory. More hex lights, a half table. Oh, a little briefcase vase! It's one of the hybridization ones. That's so cute. Red Kid Energy, vintage TV, the helm under vase. Oh, an under vase. I didn't even think about that, but something to put your vases on top of sounds adorable. The small blue vase, the small wave vase, the painted sky. Flying flowers, skybox. Okay, we're gonna have to check that one out. And we unlock the garden and the garden bench and a garden long shelf and a mini garden shelf, a picnic table, a rustic vase holder, a oversized umbrella, a gamepad, Trilight H, Trilight V, low drum, high drum. Oh my gosh, a pizza box vase. That is too hilarious. A travel globe. Test tube rack, yes! Test tubes, yes! Okay, and a little flask. Another under vase. Very clever idea there. Large speaker, small speaker, good gravy. The friendly log vase for hybridization. Whoa, an aurora borealis and the lava lamp. The luminous vase holder. Ooh, I wonder if that one glows. A video game poster, a coffee table, a water bottle, an aquarium vase. Oh, wow. We're gonna have to spend a little bit of time with that for sure. Also, look, oh my gosh, I think that's because we tackled basically everything in the greenhouse, more or less all at once. The power of love, watch the throne from growing a scarlet crown, hybridization, and now we just need to water our plants 3 more times. Do you remember last time when I left you guys? Watering dry plants 100 times definitely seemed like a very, very big task to handle. And, I mean, you guys were just here. And so was I. And now we've only got 3 left. Yeah. That's the way it works, isn't it? Just sitting there and hoping to reach that goal. And hoping that maybe if you hope hard enough, you'll just naturally start doing all of it at once. No wonder I get so overwhelmed. Do I want to create another 10,000 adventures for our channel? Yeah, I do. I want to spend more or less the rest of my lifetime telling stories with all of you. But I guess when you look at it on that level, no wonder I get overwhelmed and cannot figure out how to do all of that at once, because it can't be done. It can just be done one sentence at a time, one little discovery, one insight, and one story after another. So, good job, Seri. You're learning a lot. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I really want to go check on the garden. However, I do feel like there's so many cool new vases. Do I want to swap any of them in? And we've got all of these. Oh, the aquarium! Okay, the aquarium is just too cute. I feel like we have to get at least a couple little aquarium vases. Ah, darn, I was hoping the little fish would be swimming around, but that's okay. All right, so let's actually get the aquarium in here. I feel like it's very fitting for our little laboratory. Oh, and we have 1 new water plant, the tiny dancers. Well, that is very exciting. Let's put tiny dancers and the shiny fern together. And how about tiny dancers and the princess hair? Yeah, you can tell those are some of my favorites. There we go. All right, hopefully we'll get a cool new hybrid from those guys later. And let's go check out the greenhouse. I can't believe I was worried we wouldn't have enough to do. We've barely even tackled anything. I say that, but actually, it meant a lot to spend some time talking with all of you. So thank you for sharing that time with me. All right. To the garden. Oh, how beautiful. What a gorgeous world we can build. I would have never discovered this if I had just sat there feeling too stressed and anxious to be able to sit down and create another story again. It seems like it would be as easy as hitting the buttons, but it's really not. Maybe I was just having a hard time coming back to this place in myself that's soft and gentle when there was still a lot of confusion and uncertainty and some pain, trying to figure out what I wanted out of life. That really puts a striving, almost struggling kind of atmosphere in your life, and the idea of being gentle might have been, ironically, too painful. I shouldn't have been afraid. It's beautiful here. All right. Well, let's make it even more beautiful. We have Classic and Blue Haven. I think we'll go with Classic for now. And then we could have our rainy afternoon. It is actually a rainy afternoon here. My beloved husband Chips and I do plan on hopefully going to the lake later, but that's going to be after a few tasks that I'll tell you guys about in just a second here. Believe it or not, today I actually have a time commitment, so I am going to need to go ahead and scoot along. Let's see, lavender clouds, playful sky, the painted sky. Ah, beautiful. The pink pose, the scientific, the rosy cosmos, the autumn leaves. Wow. Oh, the playful sky again. The aurora borealis. Oh, and the flying flowers is so pretty too. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love making this world with all of you. We'll have it be rainy afternoon just for now because it is actually rainy in real life. And let's plant a few fun plants. It doesn't look like we have any of the new types of dirt plants yet. I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit baffled. Ooh, and we can put down some of the new cute little logs. Oh, that's adorable. All right, we'll put down the cute little log planters. And I wonder what on earth it could be. And we'll kind of like set them like this. Oh, it looks like a little community garden now. This is so cute. And I wonder what kind of mix it could be. So we have Zephyr and party animals. So we do have the clay. I wonder, do you think it's clay and clay? We haven't actually fully grown the Zephyrs yet. So we'll put them in here. And I could have sworn we did all of the other mixes, but you can't cross the different types. Like we cannot put party animals in the dirt. And we can't put the clay ones in the dirt either. Maybe we'll try, I wonder, maybe it's like purple-eyed petals and purple-eyed petals? Again? Huh. Alright, you know what? We'll try one with a couple of royal flowers stacked on top of each other, just in case. And then, yeah, we'll have a couple of royal flowers over here. Then let's try royal flowers and a green hut over here. Just in case that plays out into something that we're looking for. And in terms of seeds, wow, we've actually unlocked so many air plant seeds! The meteor bulbs we were looking for, and the night globe! Oh, wow. Okay, we're gonna need to put those down too, just real fast, because like I said, ironically, today I do actually have somewhere that I am expected to be. And then after that, I actually have plans to go ahead and work really hard on zoo crafting and some other stories. Or if my husband distracts me, perhaps end up playing more Gloomhaven with him. Because he and I are still working very hard and with a lot of love on remembering that the most important thing ever is each other. And that's really important to us. So we've got the night globe and the meteor bulbs planted under there to check on next time. Isn't it kind of exciting not to be able to do everything at once? It really gives me the sense that like, oh, we need to hurry so we can try to like see the next thing. Like it gives me a sense of excitement for what might be coming next. I guess that's what I'm saying. All right, you know, I don't know if I want my air plants out here just yet. Do I want to just go ahead and grow? I mean, we could do more hybrids. Oh, and then I guess next time we're actually going to need to slow down and figure out, aw, pet 150 plants in need of love. That's so sweet. So grow every one of each plant. The Luscious Garden grow 100 plants. Only the big ones grow a Majesty, King's Root, and Crimson Queen. I haven't even seen those yet. We still have plenty of challenges ahead of us, so I'm going to try to figure those out. But before I go, I just cannot resist how adorable all of these little cans look. Oh, that's so cute. Especially because it's got peaches on it. I love peaches. Peaches and little coffee. There we go. And maybe we'll grow a few of, let's see, these are our dirt. So we'll grow a few of those over here just for fun. Maybe, yeah, we actually still don't know what the Zephyr looks like yet. So we'll put that one maybe in here. We'll put down a party animals in the middle. And then I'll just grab random seeds to fill in the last of these cute little cans. And then, like I said, I really do have somewhere to be today, which is, again, unusual for me. Normally I have complete control over my day, which sounds great until you need to be accountable and, like, It's not as bad as I just made it sound, but it's not easy either. It's actually quite difficult. And there we go. Alright, guys. Another beautiful new piece of the world we've found together. Leaving behind. Every time we start an adventure, I'm always afraid. But what happens at the end of it? And somehow I always forget from adventure to adventure that the answer to that is that we just have left behind the seeds of the next one. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go see my meeting, and then I'm going to see if I can add in another roleplay episode of zoo crafting before the end of the day, which, if everything went right, you guys should have seen yesterday. And we'll talk again later. Thank you for joining me, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful right now.